In a vast galaxy filled with strange worlds and unique species, the Galactic Council met on the planet Nylora. This council was made up of representatives from many different alien races. They gathered in a large, shining hall made of crystal, where light reflected in beautiful colors. But today, the atmosphere was tense. The council members whispered among themselves, looking worried and confused. The main topic of discussion was humans. Reports had come in that humans were getting close to various alien species. The council was unsure how to handle this unusual situation. Some members felt excited, while others were deeply concerned. They worried that these relationships could disrupt the peace they had worked so hard to maintain. At the center of this debate stood Alex, a young human ambassador known for his charm and friendly nature. He had traveled to many planets, meeting different species and learning their ways. Alex believed that love could cross any boundary, and he was eager to prove it. He stood up, ready to speak to the council. "Honored council members," Alex began, his voice steady and clear. "I understand your concerns about humans and aliens forming bonds. But isn't love a beautiful thing? It brings us together and it can create peace." Some council members nodded, intrigued by his words. Others looked skeptical. "But humans are unpredictable," one alien shouted, slamming his fist on the table. "What if they cause chaos among us?" Alex took a deep breath, trying to remain calm. "Not all humans are the same. We come in peace, and we want to learn from you. Our differences can help us grow and understand one another." Just then, a holographic image appeared in the air, showing the Xiphorian homeworld. It was a stunning planet with colorful landscapes, towering trees, and shimmering lakes. The Xiphorians were known for their vibrant culture and beautiful celebrations. The council had received a proposal from the Xiphorian leaders to invite humans for a cultural exchange. This exchange would allow humans to learn about Xiphorian traditions, including their views on love and relationships. "Let us hear from the Xiphorians," said the council leader, a wise old alien with blue skin and sparkling eyes. The hologram flickered, and a Xiphorian ambassador named Lyra appeared. She had long, flowing hair and bright, expressive eyes that seemed to glow. "Greetings, Galactic Council," Lyra said with a warm smile. "We invite humans to our Festival of Love. We believe that sharing our cultures will bring us closer together. Love knows no boundaries, and it should be celebrated." The council members listened carefully. Some looked curious, while others still seemed unsure. Alex felt a spark of hope. If they could experience the Xiphorian festival, perhaps they would understand the beauty of human-alien relationships. However, not everyone was ready to accept this idea. A council member named Grack, known for his strict views, stood up. "This is a dangerous path. We cannot allow humans to mix freely with our species. It could lead to chaos." The room buzzed with arguments as members discussed the risks. Alex felt his heart race. He knew that he needed to convince them. "What if we show you the positive side of these relationships? We can demonstrate how humans and aliens can thrive together." As the debate continued, Alex's mind raced with ideas. He envisioned a grand celebration where humans and Xiphorians danced and shared stories, breaking down the walls of fear and misunderstanding. He imagined laughter echoing across the festival grounds, with everyone joining together in joy. Finally, after much discussion, the council decided to vote on the proposal for the cultural exchange. Alex held his breath, hoping for a positive outcome. The future of human-alien relationships hung in the balance. With the final vote cast, the council leader looked at the gathered members. "We will allow this exchange to take place, but we must monitor it closely." A wave of relief washed over Alex. This was the chance he needed to show that love could indeed unite different worlds. As he looked at Lyra's holographic image, he felt a connection sparking between them, a bond that could change everything. The stage was set for a new adventure, one that would challenge old beliefs and open the door to a future filled with possibilities. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of a journey that would forever change the galaxy. The day had finally arrived for the much-anticipated Xiphorian festival. Alex stood at the entrance of the Xiphorian city, his heart racing with excitement and nerves. The city was unlike anything he had ever seen. Tall, colorful trees surrounded him, their leaves sparkling in shades of blue, green, and purple. Flowers bloomed everywhere, filling the air with sweet fragrances that danced with the light breeze. As he walked further into the city, Alex saw Xiphorians dressed in bright flowing garments. They moved gracefully, their skin shimmering under the warm sun. The sound of music filled the air, a joyful melody that made Alex want to dance. He could feel the energy of the festival pulsing around him. This was a celebration of love, acceptance, and unity among all species. Lyra, the Zephorian ambassador, greeted Alex with a warm smile. Her long, flowing hair caught the sunlight, creating a halo effect around her. "Welcome, Alex. We are so happy you could join us," she exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Thank you, Lyra. This place is amazing," Alex replied, returning her smile. He could sense a deep connection forming between them, something special that he had never experienced before. The festival began with a grand parade. Colorful floats filled with flowers and lights moved through the streets. Zephorians danced and sang, celebrating love in all its forms. Alex watched in awe as they twirled and spun, their movements telling stories of joy and connection. He felt an overwhelming sense of happiness, and for a moment, he forgot about the worries of the Galactic Council. As the parade ended, Lyra led Alex to a large stage where the main events would take place. "Here we will share our traditions," she explained. "Each performance represents the love we have for our people and for other species." The first performance was a dance depicting the story of two star-crossed lovers from different worlds. As the dancers moved, Alex felt a tug at his heart. The passion and emotion in their movements resonated with him. It was a story of struggle and triumph, reminding him of his mission to bring humans and aliens together. After the dance, it was Alex's turn to share something from his culture. He felt nervous but determined. With Lyra by his side, he stood before the crowd. "I want to share a song from Earth," he said, his voice slightly shaky. "This song is about love and hope. I believe it speaks to all of us, no matter where we come from." As he began to sing, the crowd fell silent, captivated by his voice. Alex poured his heart into the lyrics, and soon he saw Zephorians swaying to the music. Their eyes closed, lost in the moment. When he finished, the crowd erupted into applause, their cheers echoing around the festival grounds. Alex felt a surge of pride and joy, knowing he had connected with them. After the performances, it was time for the most exciting part of the festival, the mating ceremony. This ancient ritual celebrated love between all beings, regardless of species. Alex watched as couples, both human and Zephorian, stepped forward to exchange tokens of love. Each token was unique, representing their bond. Lyra turned to Alex, her expression serious yet hopeful. "Would you like to join the ceremony with me?" she asked softly. His heart raced. "Yes, I would love to." As they stood together, surrounded by laughter and music, Alex felt a deep connection with Lyra. The Zephorian leader approached them, ready to bless their bond. "Today we celebrate love that knows no boundaries," he declared. "May your union bring joy to both your worlds." In that moment, Alex realized that this festival was more than just a celebration. It was a chance to bridge the gap between humans and Zephorians. It was a testament to the power of love and acceptance. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in brilliant colors, Alex and Lyra exchanged their tokens. Alex gave Lyra a small, delicate bracelet made of Earth's finest materials, while she presented him with a beautiful crystal that sparkled like the stars. Their hearts swelled with happiness, and the crowd cheered, celebrating their connection. The Zephorian festival was not just a moment in time. It was a new beginning for Alex, Lyra, and everyone who believed in the power of love. They stood together, hand in hand, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The bonds they were forming would change the galaxy forever. The Zephorian festival had ended, but the joy lingered in the air like the sweet scent of flowers. Alex felt a warmth in his heart as he walked beside Lyra. They had shared a special bond during the festival, but now they faced a new challenge. Some council members were not happy with the idea of humans and aliens mingling so closely. The next day, Alex attended a council meeting to discuss the festival. As he entered the grand hall, he could sense the tension in the room. Council members whispered among themselves, and their eyes were filled with doubt. Grack, the strict council member who had opposed Alex from the start, stood at the front, ready to speak. "This festival was a mistake," Grack declared loudly. "We cannot allow humans to mix with our people. They threaten our way of life." Alex felt a surge of anger rise within him. He wanted to defend the bond he had created with Lyra and the other Zephorians. "That's not true!" he shouted, his voice echoing off the walls. "Love can bring us together, not tear us apart. The festival showed that." Grak narrowed his eyes. You don't understand. Our cultures are too different. You humans do not respect our traditions. Lyra stepped forward, her voice calm but firm. That is not fair, Grak. We invited Alex to learn about our ways, and he showed us his. He has not disrespected us. Instead, he has helped bridge the gap between our cultures. The council members murmured, unsure of what to believe. Alex could see some of them starting to change their minds, but others remained set against him. He took a deep breath and decided to share his feelings more openly. Love is not a threat, it is a strength, he said. The connections we form can lead to understanding and peace. When we open our hearts to one another, we can create a better future. Grak shook his head, clearly unimpressed. You are naive, human. Love does not solve problems. It can lead to chaos and conflict. The room fell silent as Alex felt the weight of Grak's words. He knew he had to prove his point not just with words but with actions. Let me show you, Alex replied, determination flooding his voice. I will invite a human delegation to Zephoria. We will share our culture and traditions openly, and you can see for yourselves that our love is genuine. The council hesitated, but Lyra nodded in agreement. I believe this is a good idea. It will allow us to see how humans and Zyphorians can work together. After much debate, the council finally agreed to Alex's proposal, but with strict conditions. They would observe the human delegation closely to ensure that nothing went wrong. The atmosphere in the hall was still tense, but Alex felt a glimmer of hope. He was ready to fight for love. A few days later, Alex prepared to welcome the human delegation to Zyphoria. He spent hours arranging the event, making sure everything was perfect. He wanted to show the council and the Zyphorians that humans were capable of love and respect. When the delegation arrived, Alex introduced them to the Zyphorians. The humans were excited to experience a new culture, while the Zyphorians watched closely, their eyes filled with curiosity and suspicion. As the days passed, the humans participated in Zyphorian traditions, including dances, storytelling, and art. They shared their own customs in return. Alex watched as connections formed between the two groups. Laughter filled the air and bonds began to grow. However, Grak was not pleased. He continued to watch with skepticism, waiting for a mistake to happen. He wanted to prove that humans could not be trusted. One evening, during a celebration under the stars, a misunderstanding arose. A human accidentally knocked over a Zyphorian art piece, sending it crashing to the ground. The Zyphorians gasped in shock, and Grak seized the moment. See? This is what I warned you about, he shouted, pointing at the humans. Alex stepped forward, feeling a mix of anger and fear. It was an accident, he insisted, trying to calm the situation. We respect your culture and art. Let's not let one mistake ruin everything we've built together. Lyra nodded in agreement, stepping up beside Alex. We can fix this. Let's work together to create something beautiful from this moment. As the tension hung in the air, the other council members began to speak. They remembered the connections that had formed during the festival and the love they had seen between humans and Zyphorians. Slowly, they began to stand with Alex and Lyra. The fight for love was far from over, but Alex felt hopeful. Together, they could break down the walls of fear and misunderstanding, proving that love was indeed stronger than any division. The tension in the air was thick as Alex and Lyra stood before the council. The incident with the broken Zyphorian art piece had created a rift between the humans and Zyphorians. Yet Alex felt a spark of hope. The support from other council members had given him the strength to keep fighting for love and understanding. After the initial shock, the council agreed to let Alex and the human delegation demonstrate their commitment to peace. They planned a new event, a shared celebration that would blend both cultures. Everyone hoped this would help heal the wounds of misunderstanding. Alex spent days organizing the event, working closely with Lyra and the Zyphorian Council. They decided to call it Unity Day, a day to celebrate the bond between humans and Zyphorians. The event would showcase music, food, and traditions from both cultures, creating an atmosphere of joy and acceptance. As the day approached, excitement filled the air. Colorful banners adorned the streets of Zyphoria, and the smell of delicious food wafted through the city. Humans and Zyphorians worked side by side, preparing for the festivities. This collaboration was a sign of hope for the future. Finally, Unity Day arrived. The sun shone brightly, casting a warm glow over the city. Alex stood on a stage, looking out at the crowd. Zyphorians and humans filled the square, their faces filled with anticipation. Lyra stood beside him, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Welcome, everyone, Alex shouted, his voice echoing across the square. Today we celebrate our differences and our shared love. Together we can create a new beginning. The crowd erupted in applause, and Alex's heart swelled with joy. He could see people from both cultures smiling and chatting, breaking down the barriers that had once divided them. The festivities began with a parade. Humans and Xiphorians danced together, their movements blending harmoniously. The music filled the air, a beautiful mix of melodies that brought everyone together. Alex joined in the dance, laughing as he twirled with Lyra. In that moment, nothing else mattered. All that existed was joy and unity. After the parade, it was time for the food. Tables were set up with delicious dishes from both cultures. Xiphorian delicacies sparkled under the sun, while humans shared their favorite recipes. People tasted new flavors and exchanged stories about their traditions. As they enjoyed the food, Alex noticed a change in Grak's demeanor. The strict council member was watching the crowd, his arms crossed but his expression softening. Alex hoped that even Grak could see the beauty in this unity. Later in the day, it was time for the main event, the storytelling session. Each culture shared tales that reflected their values and beliefs. Humans told stories of bravery and love, while Xiphorians shared myths about their ancestors and the stars. When it was Alex's turn, he chose a story about a human hero who fought for peace. He spoke passionately, his words resonating with the audience. This hero taught us that love is stronger than hate, and understanding can conquer fear, he said. The crowd listened intently, and Alex could see that his message was hitting home. When he finished, applause erupted, and he felt a sense of accomplishment. They were making progress together. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in vibrant colors, the celebration continued. Alex and Lyra took a moment to step back and observe the joy around them. Humans and Xiphorians laughed, danced, and formed connections, their hearts open to one another. Lyra turned to Alex, her expression filled with gratitude. "You've done something incredible here. You've shown us that love knows no boundaries," she said softly. Alex smiled, feeling a sense of pride. "It's not just me, it's all of us. Together we can create a better future." As night fell, the stars began to twinkle overhead. The crowd gathered for the final moment of the celebration, a shared dance under the stars. Humans and Xiphorians joined hands, their hearts united. In that magical moment, Alex realized they were no longer just two cultures. They were one, forging a path toward a brighter future together. The fight for love had not been easy, but it had been worth it. Unity Day marked a new beginning, a fresh chapter in the relationship between humans and Xiphorians. As the music played and laughter filled the air, Alex knew they had taken the first step toward lasting harmony and understanding. The night sky sparkled with stars, illuminating the faces of Alex, Lyra, and the crowd gathered for Unity Day. As they shared their final dance, a sense of joy and peace settled over the square. Humans and Xiphorians danced together, their movements graceful and full of life. It felt like a celebration of more than just the day. It was a celebration of love and understanding. As the last notes of the music faded, Alex stepped forward, feeling a wave of emotion. He looked at the crowd, filled with hope and excitement. "Thank you all for joining us today," he said, his voice filled with passion. "Together, we have shown that love can bridge any divide. We are stronger together than apart." The crowd erupted in applause, and Alex's heart swelled with pride. He could see Grak standing off to the side, his expression no longer one of disapproval. Instead, Grak looked contemplative, as if he were reconsidering everything he had believed. Lyra took Alex's hand and squeezed it gently. "You have brought us together, Alex. I knew from the start that your heart was in the right place." As the festivities began to wind down, Grak approached Alex. The strict council member had a serious look on his face, but Alex could see a hint of admiration in his eyes. "You have done well, human," Grak said slowly. "I did not believe it was possible, but you have opened my eyes." Alex felt a mix of relief and joy. "Thank you, Grak. I believe that love and understanding can change minds and hearts. Together, we can build a future where humans and Xiphorians can thrive." Grak nodded, taking a moment to gather his thoughts. "I was wrong to judge you so harshly. Perhaps I should learn from you. Our cultures can coexist, and maybe we can even learn from one another." A smile spread across Alex's face. "That's all we want, to learn and grow together." As the crowd began to disperse, Lyra and Alex found a quiet spot under a large tree. The soft glow of the stars above them created a magical atmosphere. They could hear laughter in the distance, but for now, they were wrapped in their own moment of peace. "Alex," Lyra said softly, "what will happen now that we have shown everyone what love can do?" He looked deep into her bright eyes, filled with hope and warmth. "I think this is just the beginning. We can continue to share our cultures, learn from each other, and grow closer. Love can change everything." Lyra smiled, and her expression lit up the night. "I believe you. Love is powerful. It has already changed me." Suddenly, a loud cheer erupted from the crowd, drawing their attention. They turned to see people celebrating the success of Unity Day. Humans and Xiphorians were laughing and hugging, forming friendships that transcended their differences. "Look at them," Lyra said, her voice full of joy. "They are all learning to love one another." Alex nodded, feeling proud of what they had achieved together. "This is just the first of many steps. We can create a new world where everyone is accepted, no matter their background." As the last fireworks exploded in the sky, lighting up the darkness, Alex took Lyra's hand again. "Let's make a promise. No matter what challenges we face, we will always fight for love." Lyra squeezed his hand tighter, her eyes shining. "I promise, Alex. Together we will show the universe that love knows no boundaries." In that moment, they shared a gentle kiss under the stars, sealing their commitment to each other and to the future they would build together. As the night faded into dawn, Alex realized that their journey had only just begun. They had faced challenges and misunderstandings, but love had triumphed in the end. With Lyra by his side, he felt ready to face whatever lay ahead. The bond between humans and Xiphorians had grown stronger, and Alex knew that their story would inspire others. Love had won, and it would continue to shine brightly in the universe, guiding them toward a future filled with hope, understanding, and endless possibilities. The cheers that followed echoed through the battlefield. Soldiers from both races joined together, working quickly to combine their forces. Engineers shared knowledge, and soldiers exchanged strategies. The atmosphere shifted from despair to hope. They were united, stronger together. As the new alliance prepared for the final assault, Sarah felt a sense of pride. The humans had shown their courage and determination, and now they had allies to support them. Together they would face Krath and end his reign of terror. The night sky was lit up by the lights of the combined fleet. The ships hovered in formation, ready for battle. Sarah stood at the forefront, her heart racing with adrenaline. This was it, the moment they had been waiting for. "On my mark!" Zara shouted, his voice booming through the communication system. "We will strike at dawn!" As the first light of the new day began to break, Sarah felt a rush of hope. She looked around at her fellow soldiers and allies, all ready to fight. They had come together, proving that unity could conquer even the strongest of foes. As the sun rose, illuminating the battlefield, they launched their attack. The ships moved in perfect coordination, weaving through the enemy lines. Krath's forces were caught off guard, and chaos erupted in their ranks. "Charge!" Captain Ryan yelled, leading the human soldiers forward. They fought with renewed strength, knowing they were not alone. In that moment, as they fought side by side, Sarah knew they would win. They had become more than just fighters. They were a united front against a common enemy. Together, they would protect their worlds and show the galaxy that humanity was not to be underestimated.